والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا Muhammadan Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah that always to talk from myself to myself, and anybody have benefit, alhamdulillah. If not, we try better next time. These are dangerous days that we live in, and we believe these are the times of the fitna of Dajjal, and that very heavenly souls are destined to come to dunya. And Allah didn't leave us alone by ourselves to ourselves. That Prophet has prepared for us a way through these difficulties to prepare ourselves. Means that from every holy hadith, and how it's relevant is that when you watch the news you say, Shaykh, what does this have to do with us? Well, because we watch the news and we see the events, and children are affected, they're scared that what are these things that are happening. Parents feel a sense of lack of security, sensitivity to events that are happening. Are the ladies able to hear or no? No, okay. They said to yell, but we'll leave the yelling for Mawlana Shaykh. I don't know how to do that. Means we live in very difficult times. I'm not trained in yelling, so the ladies were complaining, Shaykh, you talk so quiet, we can't hear you. Take this one, makes feedback, Shaykh. So we speak from this one, inshaAllah. That in these difficult times, that for many different subjects and realities, but when we see these difficulties, it's always recommended nisa on how to deal with these difficult days. And Prophet described the fitna of Dajjal that would be moving on the earth, and they take awliyaullah, they take and they bring into our lives the oceans and the essence of these holy hadiths that we said many times before. If you read holy hadiths as if you are reading bullet points, 3 lines and then went, 3 lines and then went, as if Prophet spoke in bullet points alayhi salatu salam. It's impossible. Means there was a whole teaching. All we have is the bullet point that gives us isharat on the subject. But there has to be a tremendous love for Sayyidina Muhammad that as soon as you mention that hadith, like a radio, Prophet begins to download and send you the ulum al-awwaleen wal-akhareen, complete reality of that holy hadith, and must dress you from the holy hadith. But then the permission to address people will be based on their darajat. Too much they can lose their mind, too little they don't feel they were satisfied from that meal. And for these days of Dajjal and fitna, Prophet described that Mecca, Medina and Shaam al-Sharif would be safe. And many times my Shaykh were reading the holy hadith that Mecca, Medina and Shaam al-Sharif would be safe from fitnat al-Dajjal. And then they began to teach that reality, that when you look into Mecca, you look into Medina and you look into Shaam al-Sharif, those are not the people to be with Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Those are not the people whom Allah is going to make the purified and perfected souls just because they live there. Means these areas are going to be cleaned first. Not that everybody go and buy a home in Shaam al-Sharif and say, I'm going to be with those, because Allah says, I don't change a condition of a people until they change what's within themselves. So means awliyaullah come and teach us how to live the holy hadith, that you want to be safe from the fitna of Dajjal. then these three states are important. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Atiyullah, Atiya Rasul, ulul amri minkum. That the state of Mecca and the purity of Mecca is a state for ourselves. Before we hope to live in Mecca and be safe from the fitna of Dajjal, we have to be worthy. We have to be from Ahlul Mecca. There are Rijalullah that they are called Ahlul Mecca, Ahlul Hijaz. If the men of Hijaz come to you, they come with the faiz and the light and the blessings of Holy Kaaba, because their heart is more sanctified than the house of brick and stone. The Kaaba is brick and stone. It's a location for Tanzil al-Rahmah. Bal qalb al-mu'min baytullah. If one of those Ahl Hijaz move around you, they come with the faiz and the light of Mecca. Means they begin to teach us, your heart has to be like a Kaaba, and the heart has to be purified, the heart has to be cleaned. The reality of the heart, when we're reading the verses of Kaaba, it has to be the heart that purify my house, cleanse my house, make tawaf around my house. Because if it's Mecca that you love, you should be carrying that Mecca within your heart at all times. So they come and teach, you want to be safe? Make your heart like a Kaaba, clean and purified, because now they're teaching us who these Rijalullah are. Ghawsul Azam, Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jailani Qaddasallahu Siru, and all Awliya Allah, their heads are under the feet of Sayyidina Muhammad. The owner of this reality is Sayyidina Muhammad, and all Awliya Allah, they are Abd Rasul, Ashiq Rasul. They serve Sayyidina Muhammad. Why? I'm yelling. How can I yell more, Shaykh? Can you hear? Well, they can't hear upstairs. They say I'm yelling down here. We'll give you the YouTube. Means the state of Mecca has to be the heart. So when we're seeing this fitna, don't think far away. This dunya going to be on fire. And Allah has 124,000 awliya Allah, they are prepared for that fire. This dunya will be on fire, and their job is to warn. I never destroyed a town until a warner came to them. And from holy hadith a warning that the heart has to be a Kaaba. Clean, has to be purified. As soon as the heart is a Kaaba, and take out the nifaq, take out the bad characteristics, take out all the hypocrisy. Then they begin to teach, if your heart is like a Kaaba, your soul must be like Medina to Munawwara. Ya Rasulullah. Medina to Munawwara means the heart that's a Kaaba, it falls in love with Sayyidina Muhammad, means the soul of that Ab is Ashiq Rasul. It's the Medina Munawwara. Means Allah is showing, if your soul is light, it belongs in the city of light, it belongs at the threshold of Sayyidina Muhammad. Hajj is not one time, Hajj is every salah. Not we save our money, we go once. Every time, Allahu Akbar, you're in the Kaaba, you are making salatu salam to Sayyidina Muhammad in the salah. As-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You see, then your soul has to be from the lights of Medina, the Munawwara. And you have to love Sayyidina Muhammad more than you love yourself. So then this majlis of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad is our way. And we compete in the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. We compete in the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad. Try to do as much sunnah as you can out of the love of Prophet. Then you'll be lost in that love, dressed with that love, and your soul becomes a rohani, nurani love of Sayyidina Muhammad. And your body should be with ulul am, Sultan fi Shaam. Shaam al-Sharif, it represents the maqam of Awliya Allah. That all the souls when we die will be sent. Yawm al-Masha is in Shaam al-Sharif. That it represents Sultan fi Shams means that the reality of Awliya Allah is attached to Shaam al-Sharif. And this was Atiya Allah, Atiya Rasul, Ulul Amri Minkum. Means they come into our lives and say that make your hearts a Kaaba, fill your soul with the love of Sayyidina Muhammad until your love is so much greater for Prophet than your reality. And they bless you from that reality. And Husna al-Rafika means that anybody who is with them will be dressed by them. And every journey is an eternal journey. You begin to make the heart the Kaaba, the soul Medina, the body is with ulul am and following and living with awliya Allah. They begin to dress you and then take you back the other way. They dress you from the ulul am. They make you, Husna al-Rafika means that they dress you from that beauty and from that station. They take you into the reality of Medina. And what will you find in the reality of Medina? Allah. Because Kaaba is in the heart of Prophet. Did you get it? First, you come to Kaaba, fix your heart. They teach you then make your soul to be love of Sayyidina Muhammad, accompany the ulul am. They begin to dress you, but every journey is daim. As soon as you take their hand and they take you on the journey, they're going to make you from ulul am. Ulul am, alif, mim, ra, izzatullahi is moving to who? Rasulullah into the hands of Rabbaniyun. Izzatullah is in the hands of Sayyidina Muhammad. The Ra are Rabbaniyun. They say kun fayakun. Was hadith where Allah described that come to me with love. I'll be your hearing, I'll be your seeing, I'll be your breathing, I'll be your speaking, I'll be your hands, I'll be your feet. So much so that whatever you want, it will be kun fayakun. These are Rabbaniyun. These are the ulul am, that at least they understand what alif mim ra means. They dress you from that reality. Now they take you into the reality of that light of Sayyidina Muhammad. It's eternal. In the light of Sayyidina Muhammad, where's the hadith? Qalb of my mu'min, only mu'min, only Abdullah for Allah is Sayyidina Muhammad. So what we're going to find in the lights of Sayyidina Muhammad, the reality of Allah in the heart of Prophet. If you be dressed by that, means wherever you go, you are Shaam al-Sharif, you are Madinatul Munawwara, and you are the Holy Kaaba's light. And that's why they call you Kaaba and Qibla. Do you understand that? So when people say, oh, a Kaaba and a Qibla, but they don't know how to explain it. Means if you're accompanying the ulul am and they're from the city of lights, means their soul and their arwah is always with Sayyidina Muhammad. They come out and they take your soul into that journey and they make a real hajj, they make a real hijrah. And where is the hijrah of Sayyidina Muhammad into his qalb? Who do you find in the qalb of Sayyidina Muhammad? Allah. Not the imitated Kaaba. That was the beginning of the journey. When you're coming through the reality and into the heart of Prophet you find Allah in the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. That's why hadith, I'm not on heaven and I'm not on earth, but I'm in the heart of my believer, means I'm in the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. Those souls and those guides, wherever they walk is Shaam al-Sharif. That goes back to the hadith. When Prophet described, you want to be safe from fitnat Ad-Dajjal? Only Mecca, Medina and Shaam will be safe. Means there are awliya Allah that when they walk, they are Shaam al-Sharif. Because Allah says, I don't care for this dunya like the wing of a mosquito. وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah's love is for the creation of Bani Adam and the soul and the light. If He dress you with that light, wherever you walk is Shaam al-Sharif. Whatever you do are the lights of Medina Munawwara, and many people begin to have new faith. That they were feeling out, they were feeling lost. But this light moves into their soul and dresses them with the love of Sayyidina Muhammad and begin to revive the hearts. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon. As-salamun al-mursaleen. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al-Fatiha.